One of the things I love about homemaking is that I am my own boss. And on this particular day, I decided we were going to have a slow morning. Our weekend was really busy and we were just ready to start the day, but in a slow way. So I made waffles, which is one of my kids' favorite breakfast. And then I also just cooked down some blueberries and strawberries, put that on top with a little powdered sugar for fun. And I was still in my PJs, but the kids were still in their PJs while they ate breakfast and started school for the morning. But I even went ahead and cleaned out the dishwasher and just got going with the day in my PJs, and that was okay because, like I said, sometimes you just need a slow morning and you just need to not go full force right away. Last week we had snow and really cold temperatures. This week I'm opening the windows because it's so beautiful outside. So I am just enjoying the sunshine. And while I was opening the windows, I decided to go ahead and water my plants that sit over here. This is where most of my plants are that like the sun. And they have really been thriving this winter over here in this spot. I've been trying to water them more. A friend of mine told me that might be why they're kind of struggling a little bit. And so I started watering them more. And now I'm seeing new growth on my plants. It's always such a fun thing to see these leaves uncurl and just to see new growth sprouting from the plants. It just brings me hope and helps me think of spring and the time to come. So we enjoyed our slow morning, but as you can see at this time, I had already gotten my shower and gotten dressed for the day, which does make you feel good once you get yourself ready and going as a homemaker. But then I just did my normal morning chores, started a load of laundry, got the dishes cleaned up from breakfast, and then I did a little bit of schoolwork with the kids. And I'm going to insert a grocery haul for you. I did film this last week, but I'm just going to let you see it for this week. Okay, here is a quick Aldi haul for you all. I got home and realized that I forgot things. So I'm going to have to go back at some point, but I grabbed another gallon of milk. We were running out, some half and half for my coffee, frozen strawberries. We still had a bag of frozen blueberries, so just needed to grab strawberries, a couple of things of butter. Usually I like to get butter from Costco, but we just didn't have the time to go in there today, so I got what I needed at Aldi. Thing of sour cream, some cheese slices, and then 3 blocks of cheddar cheese. I was supposed to get mozzarella cheese and forgot. Non-fat Greek yogurt. My kids wanted strawberry this week, so we grabbed that. And then as far as fruit goes, we just got some mandarin oranges and Fuji apples. They were on sale. Grabbed some celery, potatoes, and lettuce. And then eggs were $6, $5.97 for eggs. Makes me so sick, but it is what it is. We use eggs all the time. I eat them for breakfast and then we have them in baked goods. So, white rice, we were out. Usually I get like a 10-pound bag, I think, from Walmart. So this seemed small, but that's what they had. Some soft shell tacos, sourdough bread. I've been enjoying this for breakfast and then like just sandwiches sometimes. Hot dog buns for some meatball subs. And then I needed some pantry staples, so brown sugar, powdered sugar, regular sugar, coconut oil. Needed some more coffee, taco shells. The kids chose a couple of things of cereal. They don't choose them often, but every once in a while I'll let them grab a bowl or a box of cereal. Juice for my husband's breakfast. And I think that was it. So I've been trying to eat out of the pantry and use things in our freezer this week just to kind of cut back a little. But that is everything from Aldi. I think I've paid $87 for all of that. Grocery shopping used to be somewhat fun for me, but nowadays I feel like I always spend more than I really wanted to, and I always walk away just a little bit sick to my stomach with the prices that I end up paying. But I'm still trying to do what I can to save our family money when it comes to groceries. And one of the things I do is I make my husband his sweet tea from scratch. That's something I've been doing for the past almost 10 years, I think, once I figured out how to do it. It's actually really easy, and I have the recipe on my website, which I will link below. But you basically just steep tea bags for 13 minutes and add it to some sugar water. We were recently given a turkey breast from someone who didn't need it anymore or didn't want it. And so I was very grateful for that, but I decided I was going to cook that for dinner on this particular day. So I just got it in the crock pot and got it going for the day. I've got the turkey breast going in the crock pot. I just added butter underneath of the skin and then some seasoned salt. My family loves this seasoning. So I put that all over it, and then I stuck some celery stalks and an apple in the center, and then added a little bit of water. So hopefully it turns out. Always let the tea sit out on the counter for just a little bit before putting it in the fridge so that it doesn't turn sour. That is a tip if you didn't know. To keep your tea lasting longer, don't put it right away into the fridge. Let it kind of come to room temperature. Okay, so now it was time to start some rolls for dinner. I have been making these rolls for probably a little over, I think maybe 2 years now. And they're just some simple yeast rolls, but I really love them. My family loves them. I'm just going to get all of the ingredients together here and then shape them up. I ended up freezing half of them and then only baking the other half for dinner. And that way we have rolls ready to go the next time we want them, and I don't have to make them. A way I always check to see if the dough is ready when I'm kneading it is I give it a little poke, and once you poke it, if the dough kind of bounces back, it's ready to go. You don't have to keep kneading it. All right, I have got my dough ready to go. It is going to do its first rise, and then shortly before I put them in the oven, I will roll them out into a dozen or so rolls and let them rise again. But I have a collection of dishes that have just piled up since lunch and since doing the dough, and I'm just gonna ignore them right now. Sometimes you just gotta let go of the to-do list, and today is that day because it is so nice outside. And actually I was even gonna do like a deep clean in the kitchen today is what I was thinking about doing, but my kids are outside having fun. I'm gonna go out there with them and join in on the fun, and I think we might even go for a walk, maybe let the kids ride their bikes or ride their scooters and just get out and enjoy the sunshine. It's just such a lovely day. So here is my dead looking flower bed. It's so sad this time of year just to see all the brown, but I found a bulb coming up a spring bulb. I'm pointing to it here. Hopefully you can kind of see. I also found a little bit of green peeking through some of my sedum that grows over here in this area. So, it was so nice to see a little sign of life. And here's a little snowman that my son made with the leftover snow from last week. Well, we got back from our walk and it is so nice outside. This is what I always think of as first spring. I feel like then we end up having winter again and then another spring, and it's just super muddy and lots of puddles everywhere with the snow melting. But it was so nice just to be able to feel the sunshine and touch the dirt again. These rolls require a second rise, so after they've risen once in the bowl, then I divide them up into little rolls, and I think I get usually between, 14 to 16 rolls, depending on how big I make them, and then I just break them apart, and then I roll them up into each other so that they have a smooth surface on top, and then I just let them sit for another hour to rise. And like I said earlier, I will let them freeze. I freeze half of them, and then when I want to have them for dinner, I'll just pull them out a couple hours beforehand, let them sit on the countertop. They will rise again, and then bake them. And they're just so delicious. There's nothing compares to these. You can't buy anything like this at the store. So these are really good. And this is what we had for dinner along with the turkey breast, and then I had made some mashed potatoes and homemade gravy with the turkey breast stock that had come from it, and some canned peas. So that was a easy side dish to have for dinner, but it was all delicious.